Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spring 2020. This is Political Science 121 American Government Online. And I just want to provide this brief overview today just to introduce the course, the syllabus, and the format. And we'll be doing brief introductions this week on our first discussion posting. But for now, I just want to introduce the course. My name is Dr. Albert Ponce. I'll be telling you a little bit about myself, my background, and my posting. I've been teaching here at Diablo Valley College now for going on my eighth semester. Time flies here, so I'm completing my fourth year. I have a PhD in political science from UCLA and undergraduate degrees from UC Berkeley in political science and in Chicano studies. And before that, I was a community college student, and I'll be telling you all about that in my discussion postings. So I just want to welcome you and introduce you to the Canvas format for those of you who have not worked on in an online course or done any work from your face-to-face classes online. So Canvas is accessible through once you go in through your Insight. Once you log in, all your courses will appear. And what I'm pulling up right now is our syllabus. And one thing you want to make sure you have your internet is as strong as I'm here trying to connect. You'll see so this is a good lesson on making sure that you have strong Wi-Fi connection. Pick up the proper networks, and wherever you're at as you take your work with you, you have strong connections. So for this course, Introduction to American Government, I provide a brief course description. I want you to go through this and read this over and over. This is our guide. This is the structure for the course, which I try to lay out as consistently and succinctly as possible so you know what is expected of you each and every week, including the course outlines. So here's a brief description of the course on centering what we will be studying: the federal constitution, the California Constitution, understanding the foundations of both California state and federal government, and also connect it. How does it resonate with contemporary issues? How are you making sense of your place in American social, political, and economic life, which you are a part of? So once you move through this course, I think you'll realize that everything is political. There is nothing that exists outside of what is of the political. Every choice you make, where you're at right now, the degrees you've opted to pursue, the jobs that you are doing, the places you live, the schools you went to, the places that you have access to, the possibilities for travel, anything and everything is political. Do you have care when you're sick, and so forth. So these are the types of questions that we'll be taking up in this course and making sense of them through our selected textbook, which I have here. This is our instructor's edition, but it is titled American Government in Black and White. So I do have these in the bookstore here at DVC available for purchase. But one thing that I do have is I have PDF pages that I will make available to you. Those will be posted up, and so you can either have those, I know, which are free, or you can rent a cheap copy for around 20 bucks. You might find a hard copy online for free also. I also have a textbook for free 3-hour checkout in the DVC library, and you'll just go up to the reserve desk and ask for the course and give them my name, and they will provide you with the textbook. There's also a scanner in the library. You can scan the pages, but as I mentioned, I will be providing you with the PDF pages of the text, so there's really no need for that. So all in all, this course could be cost-free, zero. I also provide here a link for the California Constitution that we will be perusing, and thirdly, part of the required readings is perusing the New York Times on a daily basis. And this is free to you. And I will be sending you through the announcements page, your email, on the instructions. If you have not yet enrolled in a free New York Times subscription, you'll need to do so, because some of the assigned readings are coming from there. And that is, it will also allow you to make sense of the course content and have a better understanding of what's happening in the day-to-day in our world. And just a note, I did not select the New York Times because it is my favorite newspaper. It is something that is paid for by the library, therefore making it free for all of us. And that's one thing I really try to centralize in my courses, is make them zero cost for all of us. I believe that knowledge should be cost free and should not prohibit anybody from accessing the types of knowledge that's being produced, whether in the mainstream corporate realm of media, or in textbooks, or in readers, or any supplementary materials. And our format that we will be following on this course, that we will be utilizing on this course, our interface is Canvas. Those of you are familiar with it, maybe not. I've also provided some guidelines on how to, for first-time users on Canvas. And if you need help, if you're stuck, if you can't post anything, again, warning, do not wait till the last minute to post things online, because the deadline will pass, you will not be able to post. But if you're having other technical issues, there is a Canvas hotline here that you can call 24/7. So if you're working at 4 in the morning or whatever, what have you, wherever your schedules take you, you can call this number and there will be people on the other side to help you and walk you through. And on our grading scale from this course, I make it very straightforward. You can follow along here on this simple grading scale rubric, a total of 350 points. Laid out very, A through F, and based on the numbers there. And I do want to stress, our expectations and appropriate online behavior here. And one thing I want to make very clear is that acknowledge that this is a space that this is an academic setting that is very respectful of all individuals, regardless of your background, regardless of all our differences. We know out there in society there are a lot of divisions based upon differences, and here is a space where we do confront those differences, but in an academic setting. And how do we make sense of these categories of difference that seem to separate and create hierarchies in our world? So we do so in a very respectful and academic based sense, and also based on a lot on our literature, on our readings. What can we point to support our claims? So I don't want anyone to fear, and I will not tolerate any racist, sexist, or homophobic, or any type of dehumanizing actions, postings, etc. will not be tolerated at all. And for that, you can look to our student code of conduct. There is a link here on the syllabus on what that is, and it's here. And I won't read through the entire syllabus. I want you to walk through how we check email every day. For being an online student, this is our main source of contact. You'll be contacting me through email. My A11 at DVC email, which is up here. This is my office. So if you're on campus, you can come to my office. My student hours, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 9:30. You can catch me at various times throughout the day. Make an appointment. We can walk in, or online. So anytime I will be available. I'll make myself available when I am not teaching and accessible, not in meetings. We will set up a time if you can't make these times, or we can Zoom, have interface through online. So as we move through, there are a lot of policies. Our attendance policy, checking in, logging in to class, meeting the deadlines. Here's the acceptable technology use policy. I have a link to that. And how do we communicate? I already mentioned some of that. And if you don't include all your information, I teach 3 online courses plus my 3 other face-to-face courses. So as you can imagine, I'm inundated with a lot of emails. Please specify which section, not only the course 121, but which section. And come see me in person. And So here are the student learning outcomes. These are 6 student learning outcomes that we've detailed as a department on what you will be learning in this course. So read through those. Another resource on campus that I work very closely with, and if you believe you can use assistance from our disability support services, please see them. There is a link here on what they provide. If you need to get more test time, if you have any issues that you need assistance on, go see DSS, please. Also, for our undocumented students and allies, we have a link here on the services we provide. If you are an undocumented student, DVC is very supportive and provides a lot of resources. I am also part of our DVC Dreamers Alliance, and you'll see what services are available here. And also pointing to a resolution that was passed by the community college, the Contra Costa Community College District. Read through this statement that was approved by our governing board in defense of not only our undocumented students, but any students that may be targeted by harassment, not only individually, but by law enforcement at the state or federal level. Next, we'll be writing a couple papers. So academic dishonesty and plagiarism. You don't want to do it, right? Don't do it. And this is also plagiarism, especially online, and theft of other people's knowledge without citation is not something you want to engage in, and could really derail you not only from this course, but from your academic pursuits. And also taking an online quiz with the help of another student, or colluding with other students to engage in dishonesty is not permitted. Submitting a paper written for you for a course other than this section, purchasing papers, you don't want to do that either, or having someone else do your work, are all forms of academic dishonesty. And here's some more detailed version. Here's a link if you're not sure what plagiarism is, what constitutes plagiarism. Please do some further reading on that, or contact me. We can talk about it. And other resources we have on campus is tutoring. Tutoring is very essential. We know students who get tutoring do better in the courses. Also, if you know other people in this course, or if you can make some contacts in our discussion boards, get to know each other, you can study together and make sense of these issues. And you have online tutoring via NetTutor, but we also have face-to-face tutoring on campus. We have a new center on campus, and here's a link where you can find all the resources here on campus. So your course assignments, a quick overview. We'll read through these, and I'll also touch base once we get started in the course. So you'll have 8 discussion board postings, minimum 350 words, 15 points each, possible a total 120. The first one will be our introduction that we're doing this week, and I'll be sending that out first thing. And also, here's a note: please, at the end of your writing, write in the word count. If you're doing this on a Word document, just check the word count, and please write that in at the bottom in this format here. Word count, for example, 575 words. Here are the guidelines. Again, keep discussions grounded to textual, and meaning from the readings. Let your reader know that you have done the readings, and you're based on analysis, not opinion. So what is analysis? Please refer to key concepts. So analysis is breaking a thing apart in order to understand it, and you'll read through that. Okay? And follow these points. And if you have any questions, contact me. We'll talk some more about them. You will have 2 policy reflections and analysis, where you'll be given a topic and you'll be writing a minimum 3-page paper, and that is again a minimum worth 40 points each. And you will be having 3 multiple choice question exams throughout the term worth 150 points. So the entire class worth 350 points. And now here's our schedule beginning in week 1. We will also be watching some video links, some very short video lectures, and all this, and some supplemental readings that I've laid out here. So we'll begin with a couple of readings that are very short, and you'll be responding to them. And also watching some documentaries. So please go through the entirety.